yes, it is okay not to be okay, but what it isn't okay is to use your anxiety and depression as a weapon against people. Good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to today's episode of the Desa Diaries, Confessions of a Mad About Black Woman. You guys know by now, my name is Desa. As you can clearly see, I'm a woman of colour, I am a larger lady, and I have, for want of a better word, issues with my mental health. So guys, today is just a kind of quick video. I wasn't actually planning to do any filming today, other than like just little bits for some of the videos and such that I had already planned for little bit parts and stuff, little sketchy bits. This is sort of like basically a reaction video to something that's happened to not to me, but something that I've reacted to from today. I just wanted to basically get it out there and just put my opinion on it, put my little 2 pence in, as I do. So yeah, this is going to be about this. So a little bit of context on this for you guys. And then obviously I'll get into the sort of nitty gritty. I'm going to try and be quick because, as we all know, I ramble forever on these videos. But will I ever stop rambling? I don't know. That's the question. Anyways, so today I was in work. Obviously not going to name my work or exactly what it is I do and stuff, just for, or obviously any, like, you know, people's names just for like protection and GDPR and all that malarkey. So anyways, so as you guys already know, I work in a call centre based job, customer service salesy based sort of job. Anyways, I heard, or I don't heard, but one of my friends from work, she had a phone call yesterday, the last call of the day, which nobody else had heard until heard about, obviously until today, because she's the last person in the office, where a customer wasn't very happy with the service that he'd received. As a result, something had happened where his agreement with us had been cancelled down. He wasn't very happy with that. And the customer then proceeded to tell my friend, the sales agent, customer service agent, whatever you call them, that if we were to proceed into cancelling down the agreement that we had, that he would, well, he basically threatened to commit suicide and blame the person on the phone and the agency and such. So, as I said in my little introduction there, yes guys, it may be cliche and such, and it's okay not to be okay. I say that every single video. It is absolutely okay not to be okay. What isn't okay is when we start using our mental health as an excuse for our behaviour. That's not cool. Okay. Now I just want to talk about the repercussions it has on other people, especially when you're talking to customer service agents. Just in general, as a general rule, call centre staff do not have time for your shit. We don't, okay? Like, I understand that you're going through stuff or whatever, and you might be grieved about a situation, but the person on the other end of the phone is again the person. They might also be going through stuff. Don't take your shit on your grievances on a company out on said person. Anyway, rant done over than that, because that's just another thing entirely. But going back to the person being on the other phone, you don't know what who that person is and what the person has gone through. You cannot threaten somebody to take your own life in any situation anyway as a sort of weapon, as because you're not getting your own way. If you genuinely are that ill and you need help, then you need to obviously address it in a different way and reach out for help in a certain way. Don't threaten your life or threaten, you know, to harm yourself or others because you're not getting your own way. I understand, as somebody with depression, that sometimes your mind goes to extremes and you can, you know, obviously have thoughts of wanting to hurt yourself and harm yourself. I have never, I don't think I know anybody who has ever threatened, though, to kill myself or hurt myself because I haven't got my own way. Because as I always say, mental health is personal. It's personal to the person. So that's my stuff. And while things that people do or say, or, you know, sometimes I have, you know, confrontations or situations might aggravate my depression, anxiety, whatever, that doesn't then mean that I have to then use that as a weapon. What is becoming more and more sort of apparent to me as well as a society is we are using mental health more and more. I'm going to say that people are talking about it more and more, which is what obviously I want people to talk about it more and more. That's great. It is great that we're obviously getting to the nitty gritty. Is becoming less and less of a stigma. But what I feel is happening a lot at the moment is people are using it as an excuse for things. I once worked in hospitality, and I used to work with some people, and there were a couple of people in that I said they had anxiety and such, and they used to use that as an excuse for getting out of later shifts, because what they said was they couldn't take the busyness of the environment, and they didn't like that. So what of these people will then do, this isn't just one specific people that are watching this. I've worked with pastors. This isn't one specific place. I've worked in lots of different hospitality things, and this has happened to lots of different occasions with people that I've met. There's nobody in particular I'm talking about. I'm not trying to at anybody here, but yeah. So what particular people do, they would say that they couldn't do certain shifts because of their anxiety. Fair enough. That's absolutely fine. If you are that ill that you cannot, ill again, but if you are, that sort of way where you can't deal with those certain situations, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't mean you can't, and you're still willing to work and put everything in. That's absolutely fine. And obviously your company will go towards the length of doing things for yourself there to help you out. That's fine. But what these people were doing was, so we're giving the excuse if they don't like being out late because it brings anxiety, they don't like being around crowded rooms, But then what they were then doing is using a time that they would have been on a shift to then go out with their friends. Not cool. Because if you are generally that ill that you cannot do that, then that you can't be in crowds of a certain time of a night out, then having alcohol in your system or not isn't really going to help you. Because if you're that bad that you can't be around that, then you're that bad that you can't be around that. You can't pick and choose. You can't be one or the other. Now this is going to sound like I'm being a bit of a hypocrite in terms of saying that I sometimes have really good days and really bad days. It's not at all. I have bad days and good days, but what I don't do is I don't use my mental health. I really try hard not to use my mental health as an excuse. I am open with my mental health, and I tell people if they ask me, or if I'm having a particularly bad day, or it just comes up in conversation, I will always say the things that I have. I will always say, yes, I have anxiety, I have depression, and that's just what I talk about on that sort of thing. But I don't then use it as an excuse of, I can't do this because I have this. I can't do this because I have this. I always try to work around it and find a different way. That's just me personally. I understand that some people sometimes cannot because they have these barriers and such, they can't do that. But you can't have it both ways. You can't use your mental health as an excuse to get out of things you don't want to do, or use it as a weapon to threaten people that what you want to do. It's the same as if somebody, I don't know, was I'm trying to think of something else. So say if I was in a wheelchair, and I say that I can't do this because I can't do something because of I can't go to a crowded place. I can't work in a crowded place because of my chair. Of a certain time, but then I use that later on because I go up and get out and use my chair when I want to use it for social situations. But I use it to get out of work. That's not okay, and that's not cool. This is not me having a dig at people that need to be on the sick because of their mental health. Because if you need that time, you need that time. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely totally fine for you to do so. What I am saying is I don't want this mental health in general. I don't want my channel or anything like that, or anything that people take from that to use just because if you have these things going on in your life, you have these sort of issues or whatever you want to call them. I don't want this to become like, just because you found that and you can finally talk about that, I don't want it to become like a thing that you then use it as an excuse, because people, you're not your mental health, and obviously it's a massive part of who you are, but it isn't totally you. But going back to the whole thing of using it against other people, it's not cool. Not cool at all. It's actually made me quite angry about this. So that's why I sort of had just doing kind of a reaction. I have calmed down a lot because I was effing and jeffing like no one's business. And I just think it's really, really uncool, because I know the person who took the call, and while I don't know the man on the end of the phone, man or woman, sorry, because I say GDPR, whatever, but yeah, it doesn't matter because they're nameless. You're never gonna find out who it is. But yeah, while I don't know the person who's on the end of the phone, and I don't know what they're going through, and they might have genuinely felt that way, but you cannot then put it on somebody else as it's, so they might have genuinely felt like, if this happens, then I might feel that way inclined, that I feel that there's no other option than to end my life. They might feel that way. So, but they can't. You can't then say, that's what you have made me feel this way. So you are now, responsible for the fact that I might take my own life. Because when that person puts on the phone, then that person's still going to, if you're the kind of person that would do that, and I know the person that would think about that, and I know this person was very upset about that, and they were quite sensitive about that, and they don't know that if that person deals with mental health, or they don't deal with mental health, or they might have felt that same way at all. How do they know that that person on the other end of the phone, when you're saying these things to you, don't also have these feelings themselves? You don't. So as I always say in our videos, you know, think before you say anything, because you don't know somebody else's story. You can't comment on somebody else's life if you don't know their story. And again, that's not me commenting on the man's life in terms of he might genuinely have these sort of, you know, feelings and such. And I hope he does get the help that he does need, if that is the case. But maybe just address the situation maybe a little bit better. What I would have done in that situation if I felt so pent up, was if I say, look, I do really badly suffer with, you know, anxiety and such, and depression and whatever. And I would say, look, is there just some sort of way that we can do this, because this is causing a lot of stress in my life right now? I just would, you know, I just talk to the person on a level, because people are people, and the chances are, if you know, say that sort of, rather than holding them accountable, holding them to ransom, holding your life to ransom, people have got more than likely gonna, you know, be a lot more inclined to help you, basically. So that's Desa's little rant for today. I'm absolutely knackered, so I'm just gonna shoot off. As always, guys, if you like this content, let me know. If you don't, let me know. I don't know why I just did that, but there you go. I'm in a strange mood today. But yeah, let me know. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog, your cat. I don't know. Whoever you think will be, you know, helped by these videos, or would like to enjoy these videos, or just would enjoy laughing at a fat girl taking the piss out of herself on the internet. Hey. So yeah, tell everybody. Obviously, we always have the blog. I might do a little bit of writing this. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Just kind of a little bit of reaction to it. So maybe I will just write. Maybe I won't just write. We'll see. But yeah, maybe I'll do that. But we always do have the blog. If you prefer to read my ramblings rather than listen to my ramblings, because I know sometimes I have an annoying voice that just winds you up, whatever. As always, you know, if you want to talk to somebody, I am here. You can chat to me whenever you want to. Shout really loud. Send me a DM. Send out an owl through the post. You know, I don't know. Use your Patronus and send it to me that way. Whatever you like, you know, just feel free to drop me a message. But as I always say, I am not a professional. I'm not a doctor. As you can clearly see, I'm not that smart. Sometimes. So I'm probably not the best person to talk about with scientific things, really, because I don't really know what you're talking about and that sort of stuff. But yeah, I can't diagnose you, but I'm happy to talk to you. So what I will do, because I can't diagnose you, if you need professional help, I will leave, as always, at the end of the video, and obviously on, you know, the details and stuff underneath, numbers of people you can get in touch with if you would like some help and all that stuff, malarkey. Yeah, I am rambling yet again. Well done, Hadisa. This is supposed to be 10 minutes. Actually, I've done quite well. It's only 13 minutes, so that's not too bad, is it? But yeah, so yeah, just feel free to comment below. Let me know how you feel about this, how you don't feel about this, whatever. I'm going to shut up now. Simon's cooking something, I can smell it. It smells delicious, and fat girls like food, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, but as always, guys, remember, it may be cliche, and it's okay not, but it's, take it, Lisa. Remember, guys, it may be cliche, but it is okay not to be okay. You guys have a good evening. Thanks. Bye.